fresh set of downs.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Back to throw. Young. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Third and 5. Slot receiver, headed right. First down and more. He's inside the 35. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First and 10 at the 18-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. It's ahead for a pickup of 5. He was brought in on the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings him 2nd and 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he's in! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown Seahawks! And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year. A number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. Now, for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll give it to Guerendo. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On second down, Young gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, here's Guerendo. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. In motion comes Walker. One knocked away. It's incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So, fourth down, and Ryan Wright on to punch it away. That's taken at about the 14. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll come up here, first and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now a give to Walker, running right. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and long. They'll motion over Metcalf. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah. And And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. He's going to take a shot down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. Nope, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Here's Young to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And that one incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Young. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Has Walker. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane, the goal line. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the plane. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. They'll try to sneak it here. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the plane. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. They'll go play action with Young. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. That his first touchdown this year. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention, and oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get about 5. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. They'll motion over Metcalf. On 2nd down, Walker. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Here comes 3rd and 6. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Young. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Seattle.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They put Campbell in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On 2nd and 10, it's Young. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And that'll set up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The tight end Fant in motion. He'll drop to throw. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. And we'll send you about a mile north of here to our studios in the Creative Village. Standing by, the coach with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They run with Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Third and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Julian Love brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Young. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They send him right out of the slot. Runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to the air one more time. There's the big tight end pass. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. On play action, Young. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
49ers 7.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's Young. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On 1st down is Young. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He is in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The PAT, up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the bootleg, it's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Young. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun run now with Walker. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play, a big loss.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Now he'll air one out. He works free. Right side. A touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6. Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is going to be out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On the ground, it's Walker. Past midfield to the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain. Now Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. 2nd and 7. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.